we have to
Beer.
is
Beer.
itself.
Beer. So many choices.
Only no function beer well without.
Woohoo! Beer!
Hello and welcome to a very crowded but fun episode of Beer Busters. We're going to bring you the news and reviews, of course, of some wonderful brews. My name is Dan Baker, joined as always by my co-host and brewologist,
Steph Hefner.
Lean into that mic, and our fermentainer,
Wayne Baker.
Now, it's a very crowded, like I said, episode, but I'm very happy.
Gonna have a little roll call now.
Yeah, we have old friends, new friends, and we're one happy family as we're sitting here. And I am super excited to be out and about at Arooga's in Harrisburg. We are getting ready for Harrisburg Beer Week.
Already.
Again, I know, it's hard to believe it has been a year. So we have with us two guys from Arooga's. If you wouldn't mind introducing yourselves.
Adam Gray, I'm the craft beer manager for Arooga's.
Gary Huther, I'm the co-founder of Arooga's.
Guys, thank you for having us out here. I have to admit, I don't think I've ever been to an Arooga's before. And I know. I don't get out this way very often, I know. But I understand there's a bunch of locations, too, so I really don't have an excuse. But I'm glad to be here. I like the environment. I like that there's sports on. And I guess it's March Madness time, so everybody's here watching the games. But we have three familiar voices, faces to us here at the table, voices to you listening at home. We have
Sarah Bozich.
Colleen Wynn.
Tierney Pomone.
the ladies behind, of course, Stats and Stilettos, sarahbosich.com, and Harrisburg Beer Week.
Woohoo! Yay!
So it's a crowded, fun episode. It reminds me why I got into audio production. I get to work wonders with our new mixer that we have here. And
you have 1 week to edit this.
I've got 1 week to turn this around, so no fooling around, everybody. But because it is such a very crowded episode, a lot to go over, I'm not doing news.
No news.
I think this is the first time I've ever not done news.
That's all right.
Things happen in the craft beer world.
There's going to be a few firsts tonight.
Yeah. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all that stuff, because we sent out some news articles recently about some big things happening in the craft beer world. But Harrisburg Beer Week is the news that we have, with all the selfies happening at the end of the table over there.
Wait, come on, we have to take selfies too.
We're taking selfies too. My phone's blowing up over here.
Oh, of course. all
Try to get Dan in this.
all the social media, everything.
Selfies are happening.
So Harrisburg Beer Week is coming back. It's the end of April, correct?
Yes.
All right. So the kickoff is the 22nd?
Yep.
Okay, cool. And now my question about this time around, how was it compared to planning last year? I'd imagine it went a little easier.
More spreadsheets.
More spreadsheets.
More spreadsheets.
Okay.
The biggest thing to me, I think, is that people already knew about it. So last year we did a lot of education. We had to explain to people, in some cases, what a beer week was, what we were hoping a beer week would be, how to put on events, that kind of thing. And then this year that made things a lot easier because people already had the concept, they'd seen it, they wanted to be a part of it.
So I imagine last year it was a lot of you going to people saying, hey, we want to do this, do you want to be involved? So do you have a lot of people coming to you this time around?
Yes, we had lots of people coming to us. I had a lot fewer in-person meetings.
Yeah,
so that's good. But yeah, every day we're getting emails from people who want to be involved in some way, and that's really fun.
Awesome. Well, anybody who follows our exploits as Beer Busters knows that last year was a huge success. It was a lot of fun being involved. And
well, thank you.
It did not feel like the first one.
Yeah, you guys really, you pulled it off without a hitch, and it was amazing.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
And so I know this year there's the return of some very high-profile events. I know we're part of Little Big Beer Fest, which my liver can't wait for. And I know we're also doing the kickoff at Appalachian again, which is great. Now tickets are available for that. I think I saw a price range of about $50, right?
That's for the VIP session.
For the VIP session, right.
Yeah, where last year we did the VIP for sponsors only. We had so many people that came to us and were like, well, we want to be a part of that too. And so this year we opened it up to the public. It's a $50 price point. You get the very first taste of this year's 717 collaboration beer. You get first pint is included, so that's pretty awesome. There's so much swag that we're having given away with that ticket too. And plus you get to hobnob and hang out with all of the sponsors, brewers, the people that you've always wanted to meet. So it's gonna be a blast. I'm excited.
Are we allowed to you know what the collaboration is? What style or
No.
Oh, I was
We're
actually
sworn
going to
to
ask.
secrecy.
No.
All right, it's understandable. So that just means
it's going to be delicious. I can tell you
I
that.
don't doubt that. Is it the same people as last year?
Yes.
We
Okay,
can
cool.
confirm that.
Cool. Which was, if I remember right, Trogs,
Pizza Boy.
and Appalachian, right?
Yep,
cool.
correct.
Awesome. The 717 last year was great. I know Wayne took home a
I
4-pack of
loved
that,
it.
and after I left, I wish I would have gotten
And you
one.
know what? I kept the 4-pack and the cans. I still have them.
Do you?
Yes.
Did you?
Like the empty cans or
Yeah.
you still have full cans?
No, the empty. I
Okay,
drank it all.
that
of
was
course.
my
I
question.
added it to my bottle/can collection. It's a prized
nice.
piece.
Nice.
Tierney and I took some down to Asheville with us when we went in July. That was fun.
Yeah, everyone was excited about it. They're like, wait, this is the Pizza Boy beer? And we're like, well, it's a collaboration beer. This is our, like, baby, like, favorite thing. And it was a Wales bro.
It was what?
You don't know about Wales bro?
No?
Whale,
What?
bro.
Oh, boy.
I think that
How
might
is
just
that
be
even
us.
possible? No, everybody knows about Wales Bro. Okay, so like it's like a rare beer. Like, oh, these are Wales.
The white whales.
Like,
Ah, I've heard them called whales, but I've never heard bro after it.
oh no, that.
We
Oh,
also spell it with a Z.
yeah.
Wales, bro.
It's very
Sometimes it's
hashtagable.
Wales Bra.
Yeah.
It's a little weird.
Hashable.
Well, I learned something tonight, whether or not I wanted to.
Before we get too far into the show, I do have to give a shout out to our new friends, Jody and Kurt. They are over sitting by the window. They can't hear us right now, but hopefully they'll hear us later. They are from Selinsgrove and drove all the way to Harrisburg tonight just to be in the house while we're recording, and it was their first time at Arooga's. So they're having a really good time checking it out. So
Cool.
thank you, Jody and Kurt, and to all of our awesome listeners that always come out and hang out while we're recording on location.
Yes, thank you guys.
And if you come either a long way to hang out at our recordings and or buy a T-shirt, we might just say your name on the podcast, you know.
Or if you donate on Patreon,
There's that too.
patreon.com/beerbusters.
Speaking of which, this episode of Beer Busters is brought to you by Audible. You can go to audibletrial.com/beerbusters to download your free audiobook and start your free 30-day trial of Audible.
You got to say something that makes them regret having the affiliate program.
That's your job.
Well, since we forgot the plugs, we have that in there. My question is, how did Arooga's get involved?
We've been kind of involved since the very beginning with these guys. Adam Gray working with his sister Colleen, as well as Tierney and Sarah. But we're a local company, and we thought this was really great. Our corporate office is from Harrisburg. Most of our stores are in Harrisburg. So we thought it was really cool to be involved in it. And then kind of since then, we've partnered with a lot of local breweries to do some different cool things for the event side.
I have to say, I had a meeting with Gary and Adam last year for the first time to talk about sponsorship and give my pitch. And it was like, I don't know, 10 minutes. And Gary's
probably
like,
the
yep, we're
easiest
in.
meeting you've ever
And I was
taken
like,
in your
"Yeah,
entire
these are
life."
awesome." It was absolutely the easiest meeting. Like, okay, yep, we're in.
I think Arooga's is just a natural fit for us because I think part of Beer Week is trying to bring the non-craft beer drinkers to craft beer, and Arooga's really does a good job of doing that because we're a sports bar, which people don't normally associate with craft beer, but you guys do such a good job with the craft beer that it gives people who wouldn't normally have the opportunity to drink it to try to do new stuff.
Yeah, when you look around at all the many televisions in here,
Oh, yeah.
all showcasing some sports games or others.
Mostly basketball right
Mostly
I
now.
didn't even notice
apparently
that
it's a-
one. It's the 4 TVs together to make a big
Make
TV.
a big
I
TV,
love that.
yes. But then, and I'm not a sports fan, so yay sports. But you turn around and look at the bar, and that beautiful lineup of tap handles over there.
Yeah.
And yeah, it is. It's not the kind of thing you normally see in a sports bar.
Yeah,
It's-
how many
it's pretty
taps do you guys have?
60.
Wow. That's cool.
And there's 10 locations?
Yep, we have 10 corporate locations, and actually we have a couple franchises that open now. We opened in Connecticut, and we're about to open Warwick, Rhode Island next month.
Oh, that's cool.
That is
Congratulations.
awesome. So
you.
all of the locations have 60 taps?
40 actually going through. This is
So this one is special.
This one is special. This is our draft house.
Which one was the first?
One on Route 22. Arooga's on Route 22.
Okay.
We got 32 drafts out there.
Ah, so this one still beats it with drafts. All right, I see why we picked this one then.
So no matter which Arooga's or whatever location you go to, there will be a beer for you.
Yes, which is what I like to hear. Now, I'm assuming you do a lot of local ones, but like how widespread is the reach of what you guys offer with that? Do you do, so the ones that are, I guess I'll go down 2 roads with that. So here, how far is the reach for what you have on tap?
Here, since we do have more taps, we cover a lot. Our footprint's a lot bigger. We obviously have Trogs, Victory, the local guys, and then we bring in stuff from wherever, anything that catches my eye, pretty much we'll bring in. We have pineapple sculpin on right now.
Ooh.
That's what I'm drinking.
Nice.
We bring in some Pizza Boy when we can to try to keep it more local. We have a really cool program going with 0 Day right now.
Yeah, 0 Day hyper local out of Midtown. We got a program where we donate 5% of other sales back to the Habitat for Harrisburg.
Cool.
So we say it's a Think Local, Drink Local program that we're doing.
Oh, that's cool. I like that name. So as far as the other locations we go, so the franchises that you're opening up in Connecticut and Rhode Island and all, are they mostly going to stay local with their offerings, or?
They have some taps for local, but I would like to mention we were the first people to have Trogs on in Connecticut, and we were the largest Trogs account in the state of Connecticut last year, which is pretty
awesome.
cool.
That's pretty awesome. So I'm looking at our notes here, and there's a lot of accolades for Arooga's. America's Next Top Restaurant franchise, not America's Next Top Model, which is what I almost just said.
That too, but that's a secret.
5-time Buffalo Wing Festival winner.
I wanted to ask about that.
I'm sure you did.
And more so, my stomach wanted to ask about that. What is the Buffalo Wing Festival? I've never actually heard of that. I'm assuming it's just a festival of buffalo wings.
Yes, it's the largest buffalo wing festival in the country. It actually came off of one of Bill Murray's movies, but it did start. It brings in over 120,000 people per year.
Whoa!
It's a Super Bowl wing festival, so everybody that's anybody in the wing world is there. So you throw down, you drink a lot of beer, you eat a lot of wings, but there's blind tasting done on stage. And then 2 years ago, we had Joey's Chestnut there, and he broke the world record for eating the most wings.
And what was that record, out of curiosity?
Too much.
Too much. The record
Good
is
answer.
too much.
Very good answer.
I have to ask about, you have a very interesting collaboration that's going to kind of premiere during Harrisburg Beer Week with a few of our friends and former podcast guests. You guys want to talk about that?
Yeah, we're super excited. We partnered with St. Boniface, local brewery, along with Hophead's Gear and Arooga's, and we're coming out with a beer. It's going to be called Second Street Session. It's going to be a session IPA. We thought it would really tie well with Harrisburg Beer Week, tying to the street that mainly runs down Harrisburg. So we're super excited on that. Adam was working with those guys, trucking on flavor profiles. Day one of Harrisburg Beer Week, we're going to be rolling out a limited firkin right at this location, right after PA Flavor.
Speaking
of PA Flavor. So I know I didn't get to be involved with that last year, so I missed out on a lot of the fun of it. But it's returning, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Very cool.
PA Flavor is returning. It is a Saturday of Beer Week, the first Saturday of Beer Week. There's a VIP session from 1 to 2, and then the main festival runs 2 to 5. And it's one of my personal, in fact, we all decided none of us are working it this year. We're just going to have fun.
Just going to go and drink.
It is my favorite beer festival.
It's my favorite too, because you get the delicious PA beer plus all the delicious PA food on top of it, and you can't go wrong.
And there's a lot of deliciousness in both of those categories to be had in Pennsylvania.
It really is one of the best fests for food, because normally somebody throws some food trucks nearby, or you get some crappy burgers on a grill, but there's legitimate restaurants and hotels that are there, and other vendors who are showing really good food, and that makes it a lot better experience overall.
It would make it slightly not as terrible to be the designated driver.
True.
This is true. Rich is always less grumpy when there's food involved.
Yeah, which is why he's over at the other table eating right now.
Hi, Rich.
We'll actually be serving food there as well.
Ooh.
So you have some Arooga's options, and St. Boniface will be next to us pouring the Second Street Session.
Oh, cool. Will the food you have there include these famous wings?
It will.
Oh, all right.
I feel like it has to.
So what you're saying is I should clear my calendar. All right.
Will there also be bacon?
I'm sure there will be there, but not at our stand.
Okay.
All right. We can. All right.
There's always bacon, Dan. Somewhere.
I feel like there was bacon mac and cheese last year.
Ooh, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in.
And there's always Kennett Square mushrooms, everything. Oh my god.
The mushrooms.
Oh my god, everything is so
Oh
good.
yeah, the marinated mushrooms.
Always good.
Yes.
You hear that, Dan? Mushrooms?
I'm okay without the mushrooms.
That's okay. I'll
Dan's
just
not a
eat
fan of
your
mushrooms.
portions.
You can have my portions all you would like, Tierney.
Yes.
All right, for your love of bacon, I'm going to bring out some dry-aged bacon for you guys in a minute.
Dan's never going to leave.
I'm probably not. Yeah, I'm going to be stuck.
So, girls, why has it worked for Harrisburg? I mean, years ago, I don't think we would have ever thought of Harrisburg being a premier beer destination in Pennsylvania, but it is quite quickly becoming that. What is it about Harrisburg that makes it worthy of a beer week and such a successful one at that?
Last year, we were actually just talking about this the other day. Last year, you're right, it seemed like it was the most perfect timing that we got this together. The whole town seems to be going through a bit of this transformation where more and more bars, it started, I want to say maybe about a year and a half ago, probably 2 years ago, where bars all of a sudden were having good beer. And it was more widespread and all the time just constantly more and more beer bars, more breweries, and it was just the perfect timing for it. Harrisburg has such a very good community here, and we have really good water here as well. And it's a perfect little catalyst with everything that's happening in the Harrisburg city, with the Midtown revival that's happening, new businesses, new restaurants, new bars, and with it, new beer.
Yeah, I think all of it goes together, like Tierney was saying. We have a really, really tight-knit community, and I think that people are at a place last year where they were ready to learn more. So, I think a lot of people who didn't consider themselves into beer before were still interested in Beer Week, and they still liked the idea of knowing that, a beer was made nearby them. So they were excited to go try out a new brewery or see an event that featured a local brewery. And I think that's just... that was really the crescendo leading into last year, and that timing worked out really well. And I think people are still, more and more people now are in that same role.
Yep.
I was going to say, that's a really good answer.
Anything to add? Yep.
Well, I mean, downtown Harrisburg, I think, is totally different than what it was 4 or 5 years ago. And, I mean, these guys opened up. There's a couple other bars on 2nd Street that are beer-centric, and a ton of restaurants that are all about the farm-to-table kind of thing. And it's all about keeping it local, and I think we hit it right at the right time.
Absolutely. And I have not spent a whole lot of time in Harrisburg, and in the past year, more than I ever have in my life, spent time in Harrisburg because of beer and because of Beer Week and because of the connections we've made with some of the breweries and other people out here involved in the craft beer world. So it's obviously something that's attracting people from far and wide, ourselves included. Yeah.
I think a big success is these ladies and their passion for what they're doing and bringing everybody out. I think that is such an important thing, and what you guys doing.
They're all smiling.
I think they're glowing a little bit.
I might be blushing.
Now, what I like about Harrisburg Beer Week is I know when ladies were on last year, mentioned it was going to benefit the Harrisburg River Rescue, and you're continuing that this year as well.
Yes.
So I know a little bit about what the Harrisburg River Rescue does, but for anybody who may not know, what is that supporting?
Harrisburg River Rescue is important. I mean, anything that if someone goes missing, if there's a flood, anything that involves the river and helping people, that's what they do, and you never know when you might need them. It's just as important as, they're all EMTs and firefighters, and that's what they do. And they were hurting a lot after, it was Irene, right?
Yeah.
The hurricane.
2011.
And while they were out saving people, their building got flooded. And they lost funding, and it was just crazy. And we were searching around for a charity where our money could go a long way and help everybody in Harrisburg, and they just fit perfectly for us. And we're super excited to be able to help make such an impact for them.
They were a little skeptical at first. They were like, wait, what? You want to give us money? The poor guys had bingo nights. That was their main form of funding was bingo nights. And which I think they still do and are fun, but they were not getting.
Well, they didn't have a building then to even have
two
them.
Temporary spaces in between, and so now they have a place. And we were able to give them $20,000 last year from Harrisburg Beer Week, and that is helping them to. They have several phases of building upgrades. They found the place, but the bay for their truck only had inches to spare on the side, so they can't be on the truck when they would leave. All these little things you wouldn't think of. And then they're trying to build a training center within the space. So that's really exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing, as the future goes, what more we can help them accomplish.
And they're all beer drinkers, so it's fun.
Even better. Even
We
better.
taught them a lot about beer.
We really did. We really did.
Yeah, and they were so into it. Like they're like the prime example. Like here we are. They're like, I don't know who these people are. They're going to give us money. I don't know what the catch is. We're going to go to all these beer events. Okay, well we like beer, and so the guy, like the higher up guys, are like, okay, we're not going to go out and drink Miller Lite. Like this is about craft beer, and we'd stand around and just have these conversations with like the different men and women involved with the organization, and they're such a cute little family. And teaching them about beer, they learned a lot about beer. The community got to meet them and see what they do, and it just was also perfect. This cute little symbiotic thing.
I think some of my first emails with Tony, he was like, so what do we have to do? And I was like, send me your logo, and we'll just, I mean, that's all I really need right now. We got you. We're good. We want to help.
That's really cool. So it goes to support, obviously, a great cause, which I really like. Now, I had a question about, so Arooga's, is a sponsor of it, involved in a lot of events I saw. We had a document that had, I think, every day except for, or was it Saturday that week, there is an event involving Arooga's, as far as Harrisburg Beer Week goes, which is awesome. And I like that the first night, so kickoff night, the 22nd, all the locations are going to have 350 Long Trail Green Blaze IPA. Now, who chose which one would be on special?
Well, actually, that's Earth Day. We're the first certified green restaurant in Pennsylvania.
I didn't even think of that. That's awesome.
And that's kind of the tie-in since they're not local, but we actually worked out a deal. Every pint that's purchased, you get a pint glass with to plant a tree, with seeds for planting a tree in it.
Oh, that's so cool.
I didn't even know that. That's really cool. I'm really excited about it. I want to plant a tree.
Well, that's really cool.
At your house in Midtown?
I also notice on the lineup of events, there's a lot of really great events that feature firkins. That makes me really excited. Do you want to talk about some of the firkins you'll have here during Harrisburg Beer Week?
Yeah, so we mentioned before we're doing the Second Street session with St. Boniface and Hopheads. Our first one is with them. We're not sure what's going to be in the firkin yet. We're waiting to try the green beer before we kind of decide that, but we're starting off with that, and then we're doing another one with Second Street session in Hershey, our location in Hummelstown.
Now, will that be a different firkin or the same firkin?
Same beer, different.
Different.
Bump.
Oh, nice. So you can just travel and find that one beer all week. Different
versions of it.
Yeah, every Arooga's is going to have it on tap for the week. Special just for Beer Week.
And it's going to be super fresh. I mean, we're going to be kegging it the week before Harrisburg Beer Week.
Wow. That is really fresh. Now, so we know, you got involved with it last year. I guess overall, how does somebody become a sponsor? I know sponsorship for this year is closed, but if somebody wants to look at it for next year, how do they go about doing that?
Contact me.
Okay. For anyone who wasn't sure, that was Sarah.
Yes. Contact Sarah.
There's a lot of voices right now.
There are. Sorry. We have information on our website about sponsorship, and it is closed for this year. But anybody who's interested in getting involved can contact any one of us. But if you want to talk about sponsorship, you'll be directed back to me, Sarah. I handle the sponsorship.
So what does sponsorship involve?
Giving me money.
Okay, that's always good. Yeah. Which in turn gives the River Rescue money.
Yes, absolutely. But there's a lot of things that go into it. So there's a lot of perks. You obviously the normal, logo on website, events and event guide, etc. But we also made these fantastic coasters this year.
Whoa!
So those went to sponsor venues,
and I love that they have the hashtag on.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have stickers and flyers, and really, we like to think them of as partnerships.
Yeah.
We're all going to work together to share our love of beer and all of those kinds of good. Oh, I like that.
Speaking of beer,
Beer has appeared.
It is right on cue. Awesome.
I saw everybody was empty, so I thought I just would bring some up.
That's a good man right there.
You could be my new best friend.
he is a superhero. I told you.
He's the hero we deserve. Well, I guess since there's beer in front of us, I have to do this.
Beer me! Beer me! Beer me! Beer me!
Stone delicious, I feel.
Nice. Very nice.
That answers what my question. Okay.
Yeah, so we're national partners with Stone now. This is our first year partnering up with them. They've been really great. We love all their beer. We're actually doing an event tomorrow called Stone IPA Madness.
Ooh.
So we're having a little IPA tap takeover with them. We're going to have the Protascula Red IPA, regular Stone IPA, Ruination, this
Ruination.
Stone Delicious, And I'm also getting a keg of Saison de Buff we're going to tap.
Ooh, I love Saison de Buff.
This beer is amazing.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I haven't had this one yet, and I've been looking for it for a while.
I mean, it is right there in the name.
Well,
yeah.
What I love about Stone is they are known for the IPA. I mean, they are the original hoppy brewery, in my opinion, but they're constantly evolving and changing what that means. You know, the Stone IPA 2.0, the Delicious IPA, and just constantly the Enjoy By series, and then the Enjoy After.
Yeah.
I really admire there's just their business sense and how they keep pushing themselves and evolving.
And it does, in the current craft beer market, being a leader in awesome IPAs is no easy feat because everybody's making IPAs.
Yeah.
Everybody's drinking IPAs.
You have to continue to do the innovation, which is one thing
and
I
there's
like.
really good ones out there.
But not everybody's Mitch Steele. I'm sorry.
Well, right.
And not everybody has collaborated with Will Wheaton on Stone Farking Wheaton Boot Stout.
Oh, that's true.
Actually, next month we're going to have
Arooga's
Tangerine and Joined By.
Whoa.
What?
That's awesome. I've been looking for this one for a while. It's a while ago I wrote, like 2 years ago, an article on gluten-free and gluten-reduced beer. This is crafted to remove gluten, so anybody who suffers from celiac can enjoy this beer.
I did not know that.
It doesn't taste like it at all.
The more you know.
That's amazing.
And I don't think I read up on the process of it, but I would assume that means they use brewer's Clarex, which will break down the protein after it's brewed.
That's what New Belgium does, right? With their gluten-y.
Probably. That's what Omission does. I know that
Okay.
much.
That's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah,
Science.
exactly.
Science!
You've been science.
But it's a really crisp, really nice hoppy IPA. It's what I would expect out of something that calls itself the Delicious IPA.
It is delicious.
Very pretty beer.
Now there's food.
Oh, there's also food. Oh boy.
You guys mentioned bacon, so we're actually doing an LTO with dry-aged bacon. So
Here it is.
I brought one out with brushed with maple syrup
Oh my
and crushed
God.
red peppers, and then one brushed with real honey, and then our barbecue chip rub.
Oh my goodness.
I might love you.
Bacon, bacon, and more bacon.
There was a point at Arooga's where they had like a free bacon thing going on, and I swear, Colleen and I came in here.
Oh, we lived here.
And all we did was like order beers and stand around and eat bacon all night long, and it was like it was our dinner. Like, I'm having bacon for dinner.
You say it like there's something wrong with that.
There was nothing wrong
Good.
with it.
I agree.
We called it Bacon Tuesday. It always led to Hangover Wednesday.
Yes, it sure did.
Wow, I
Well,
can
see you
smell
Tuesday,
the
Tierney.
maple.
I can smell the maple from here.
One of them
Oh,
is
so can
maple.
I.
So this one's the
Absolutely.
maple with the crushed red peppers, and this one's the real honey with the barbecue chip rub.
Oh my
Peppers.
God. I almost said, oh, poor Steph, but not poor Steph. You chose this lifestyle.
That's true.
We're going to get you with our chicken-free chicken strips.
I know. I'm
Coming
excited
soon.
about that.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and let Dan do the honors in taking the first piece off of this plate.
This looks and smells amazing. This is why life is worth living.
Because of bacon and beer.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Are these bacons on the regular menu?
They're actually in limited time offer right now for the next. They have 2 more months on our menu.
So get to Arooga's right now.
Wait, did you just get like a plate of bacon?
Get a plate of bacon.
Oh my god, that's awesome. I had no idea.
Yeah, you can do it 3 ways. So plain with the honey or with the maple.
Or all three.
Yeah,
Or
do
all three. Do all three. Why not? So we've talked about wings and we've talked about bacon. So the menu at Arooga's is kind of what you'd expect for a sports bar, but I mean, if this is any indication of the things to come, but really, really good, and not like your greasy sort of bar food that you get at like a corner bar.
Yeah, we really think our menu stands out. We do things from no antibiotic ever proteins on our menu. We have organic romaine, spinach, carrots on our menu. So again, things you wouldn't think at a traditional sports bar. But then we also have award-winning wings that are fresh, not frozen, down to Wagyu Kobe burgers that are free range, no antibiotics ever as well. We'll have to get you guys some of those. They're the best burgers you'll ever have in your life.
Oh my
Sounds
God.
like it.
Wow, that's a big promise there.
I imagine that's part of what, the amazing craft beer selection, the amazing food, the organic food, the free range, the antibiotic free, all that stuff, the certified green. Are all the restaurants certified green?
Yep, and franchisees as well.
And franchisees as well?
No styrofoam on any Aroogas at all.
Wow.
We actually turn our
great.
fryer oil into biodiesel fuel, which is pretty cool. So
Nice.
a lot of little things like that that we're doing, and we're constantly looking to do more. Solar is next on our list.
That's cool. And when you hear a list of things like that, and you walk into a place, this is not what you'd expect to see. You'd expect to
you're
see
right.
something a little less sports bar-ish and a little more
pretentious.
It's trying not to say pretentious without, yeah. So basically, yeah. So it's really cool. It's sort of like a sports bar for the modern era, a sports bar with that sort of.
Yeah, we like to kind of say we're a casual dining restaurant with a sports and entertainment advantage.
Hey, I approve. I definitely approve.
We think you don't have to come to a sports bar and eat junk. Just to watch a good game.
But you can eat lots and lots of bacon.
You can.
And you said you were the first certified green restaurant in Pennsylvania.
Yes. Yeah, so we did that in 2008 when we opened. Every store has been done since then. We kind of say we did it before it was cool.
Of course.
But we think that's such an initiative for us that we've required all franchisees to do it as well.
Great.
So
That's
as
awesome.
we expand in Connecticut and Rhode Island, they're also expanding with the same green presence.
That's really cool.
What's the goal? Do you want to just keep expanding and growing and?
Yeah, I mean, right now our goal is to expand up and down the East Coast. Eventually, our goal is to be a national brand. Down the road. But I think keeping it different. When you look, as you mentioned, you look at our tap list. It's very different than a lot of sports bars. We think that's the things that keep us unique. And we're still a young, small company, so we can make quick turns. We can try a lot of stuff. If it works, awesome. If it doesn't, we'll make moves. So it's a pretty cool spot to be in right now.
Well, and if you're starting to franchise now, I mean, it has to be working.
That's true.
And we're spreading good beer to sports bars all across the East Coast.
Perfect.
Adam, how did you get involved with Aroogas? Have you been along the whole time, or is there a good story here?
I actually applied when we were opening our store in the Carlisle Pike. As they were holding an open interview, and I went and I applied as an expo, as a food runner, and I got hired with that. And I have some IT experience on my resume from some Cisco networking classes and stuff like that. So our district manager at the time saw that, and they had just lost their IT guy at the office. So he brought me in there instead of sending me to a store.
He got the quickest jump to the corporate office in history.
It's funny. I talked to all the people at the stores, and they're like, "How do I get into the office?" Show up at the right day, I guess. I don't know.
We said, you have computer experience? Oh, you want to come work at the office?
Then from there, I mean, you could always get a good beer at Arooga's. You could find a Trogs, like a Trogs Handle, a Victory. But when I started nudging Gary, like, sell more craft, like let's expand it. And then we opened our York location, which was 30 taps, which at the time all of our stores only had 28. It was only 20 at that time. It was 20 at that time. So then we kind of had some more room to play around with things, and he knew that I was into it, and I knew what I was doing with all the beer, so just kind of put me in charge of it. And just been doing it since then.
I kind of look back at the time when Harrisburg really hit the craft beer kind of scene. It was either you were a light beer bar or a craft beer bar. And then I could see a lot of my friends, they would be like, oh man, I got to go there and I'll have to drink a Hoegaarden. Or my friends that like craft beer would come to our place at the time and say, man, we got nothing to drink. And then we go to the craft beer place, and then vice versa. And we thought, well, with all the different flavors of our wings, and Adam kind of knowing this and us really enjoying what we're doing, why don't we bring this in? And we started combining, and I remember at the very beginning, people were like, Arooga's has dogfish head on? And that was kind of the first step. But I think with the flavors, it's been very cool to be able to pair a lot of the beers and bring people in. So you just don't have to go to a sports bar and have crappy beer.
And Gary really allowed me to just run with it. We own our own firkins, so we can set them out to breweries and get them filled. So we don't have to worry about like them requiring like cooperage. We have, I think, 3 Randalls right now, Dogfish Head Randalls. So we're constantly running those. We have a couple coming up for Beer Week, which is always really popular.
That's like one of my favorites. Put some peppers in that stuff.
No.
No
peppers. I'm with you.
Peppers. All of the peppers.
All of them.
Peppers.
In the beer.
No.
Please, Adam.
The weirdest thing we ever did was Deschutes Black Butte through beef jerky.
Wow.
And it sounded like an interesting idea at the time.
Did I miss that? I love that beer, and I love beef jerky.
That's the day I learned that salt is not good for beer.
Unless it's a goza.
Live and learn. Yeah.
So Gary's really let me just run with everything and really try to get past the image of just light beer. And now we try to have something for everybody. We have your higher end craft beers, and we're still rocking like $5 for Bud Light pitchers this month. And then we have everything in between too.
Oh my god!
I see beer.
Now, this is something I could get used to because now we've had a beer and what looks to be awesome, delicious food delivered to us. So, what beer are we starting with?
It's this is the Trogs Bourbon Barrel Troganator.
Okay.
Troganator is my favorite beer from Trogs. I've not had it barrel aged yet.
Oh, it's so good.
It's incredible. And now, what is the delicious barbecue-looking food that is under my nose?
These are our slow-cooked baby back ribs. We cook them for 6 hours to fall off the bone. Served alongside our house-made coleslaw. We actually shred the cabbage and carrots to make this.
It smells and looks great.
I remember when this Bourbanator was just a scratch beer.
Yes.
I remember going up.
87.
Well, I like that you know the number.
Thank you, Untapped.
Smells so good.
My, I don't know if it still is or not, but my Twitter header background thing for a long time was the tiny little snifter sample glass of this from when it was a scratch beer. So good.
I started with the food instead of the beer.
Me too.
Of course you did.
Oh my god.
Whenever I drink this, it always takes me back to Snitz Creek. We recorded at Snitz Creek, and that was the night that Troganator came out the first time in the cork and cage bottles, and we sent Rich to Trogs to get bottles for us while we were recording at Snitz Creek.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, and I didn't know about that until like a year and a half later.
That's because he could only get 2 bottles, and there's 3 of us, so
It's cool.
do the math.
I get that I'm your least favorite cousin. It's all right.
We were there already, and you weren't.
So is this the recommended pairing for the beer and the food?
We just got to pair them prior. But you guys can be the judge. How do we do in our guesstimation of pairing?
Personally, I would pair anything with this beer.
It's phenomenal.
We always, anytime we do a food pairing with Trogs and we have Troganator, we try to do it with something with barbecue.
Makes sense.
And I figured the pork would go really well with it too. So it's kind of a natural fit.
I'm glad I started with the food because, that beer is so great with it.
Yeah, it is. So when this came out in the bottles last year, while you guys were at Snitz Creek, I was actually here with Colleen, and we saw it pop up on Facebook because it was like a secret thing. Like all of a sudden they were like, "Oh, by the way, this is happening." I remember just we were sitting here just pounding this drink. We're like, "We gotta go right now, bye!" and just running out the door.
This was my first sip of the barrel aged one, and it is unbelievable.
It's so good.
They need to put the aged one in cans, too. Can you imagine this in cans?
No.
Barrel-aged beer.
Yes.
Does anybody else have a barrel-aged beer in can?
I don't think I've
can
seen
imagine
any.
it.
I've seen stouts in cans, but not barrel.
Come on, Trogs.
I need to try this coleslaw.
It's pretty good.
I used to hate coleslaw,
Me too.
but now I love, and this is such a great coleslaw. Oh my god.
I think that means you're an adult now. If you finally like coleslaw.
Falling right off the bone, huh?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
perfect.
How are the chicken-free chicken strips?
That's a thumbs up.
Yeah, I'm very excited because Arooga's has these chicken-free chicken strips that are amazing. So I get to have all of these amazing sauces, including this great barbecue sauce, without the guilt of the meat.
Oh, you guys weren't here when the protesters were here. They were protesting meat outside.
Oh, yeah?
There were
Wait,
militant vegans
They were
outside.
Militant vegans.
Just taking them some of these.
Which means they had like a ukulele or something.
And this sauce is actually one of our winner at the National Buffalo Wing Festival.
Very nice.
I see why.
So is the menu the same across all the locations? Do some of them have some different specials, or?
Actually, they're the same. Some of the beer and alcohol specials are different by region or state, but menu is the same. The only thing maybe differentiates is price. But one of the items we have on our menu is a lobster mac and cheese, which we rolled out for our Connecticut location, being in New England. And while we were rolling it out there, we said, well, let's try it in Harrisburg. Brought it to Harrisburg, and I think mac and cheese and lobster sells anywhere. You don't have to be in New England.
So wherever you are, if there's an Arooga's near you, you can get these super delicious ribs that we just had.
And you have an amazing happy hour. Can I just mention that for a moment?
Please do.
Half-price craft beers for happy hour?
What?
You don't get a whole lot of really good craft beer specials at a lot of happy hours. That's a pretty good deal, yeah.
Yeah, all the corporate Aroogas in Pennsylvania run it from 5 to 7 Monday through Friday. In the bar area, everything's half price. Craft beers, cocktails, shots, everything.
Wait, we could have been doing shots this whole time?
Yes.
I'm pretty worried about all this, guys.
There's plenty of beer in the lineup. Let's not get carried away.
All right.
Shots are for after the podcast.
And how much of Beer Week do you not remember from last year?
Well, okay, so I I remember the majority of it, but I don't remember for a different reason. I actually was sick during Beer Week last year, and I didn't realize it at first. I thought I was just like anxious and nervous about Beer Week and, getting myself all worked up. Turns out I was basically feverish for 3 to 4 days. Like we were standing at Speakeasy and it was crowded and I was like, oh, guys, it's so hot in here. And they're like, not really. And I'm like, I'm just going to get some ice water. And, you kind of get like that everything's not quite right feeling when you have a fever and everything's kind of surreal. I just thought it was Beer Week rush. And then I went home one night and I checked my temperature. I was like, oh my God, I probably should stop doing it.
It could have been peyote. I mean, you never know.
What? I definitely talked to some reporters, slightly intoxicated.
Yes.
The first full day, but that's probably better because it helped me not be nervous. But otherwise, I didn't get to play very hard because we had a lot of morning media opportunities, so I had to make sure I had sleep. My husband was out of town, so I had to make sure I was at home taking care of the dog on top of everything anyway.
Well, and I went to work all week. I didn't even take off. Yeah. I had to go to work.
This year we're going to play a little more, I think.
We had to sell merchandise and run stuff. So we had to do stuff.
There was one night that I played hard. And that was the Thursday when I did the whole tour. I did the Firkin at McGrath's, did the record-breaking Firkin at McGrath's. They came over here to Arooga's. Then went around the corner because they had the Troke's barrel-aged beers at Stocks on 2nd. Whenever there, had dinner with Chris Trogner, best day ever. Then I went to the Midtown because the Midtown Tavern was doing something. And by the time I got there, I'm like, I don't think I'm going to remember this day ever. I just drank everything.
Is there a prep plan in place for this year? Are you doing a cleanse and working out? How are you prepping yourself
Sarah
this
does
year?
that every day.
We're hydrating now.
Last year I actually was going to write a post of how to survive Harrisburg Beer Week. Basically, go to the gym, lots of water, try to eat well during the day so you can do whatever. I mean, but that's actually how I live my life. So I just try to I try to work out. I try to eat okay during the day because at night you never know. And that's more the plan. That this year is more how will we make time? Because what we do have to do is we want to make sure that our faces are shown throughout Beer Week at a lot of our sponsors. We want to make sure that these guys feel the love too. From us directly. So we actually will get the event guide out and look at who our sponsors are, what events are happening on what nights, whether they coincide with our signature events or not, and then because those we will all attend if we can, and then we'll try to spread ourselves out at different locations. So you won't really often see us in the same place, except for when there's that pineapple IPA that Tierney and I will be hula hooping about.
Yes, we will definitely. So,
but otherwise we're gonna have to be at different spots at different days just to make sure that we want to make sure we're giving back too. Make sure we feels love
But we'll definitely be hula hooping. So
make sure we can Instagram from as many places as possible.
Yeah, that too, and make sure everything's well covered. The hula hoops, though. So Evolution is making this pineapple IPA. It's coming out this summer, and Wilsbach, in all of their, I don't know how they come up with this stuff, decided that they're going to have a luau party at Speakeasy with this pineapple beer, and they're gonna have a hula hoop contest and all kind. There's something going on. Is there another beer or something? It's crazy. And so Sarah and I are all about the pineapple life.
I feel like most of the time when I'm in Sturgis Speakeasy, you can't walk. How are you gonna?
I don't know yet. I don't understand I'll just keep this knife. I don't understand the logistics, but we're gonna do it. It's gonna happen, and I'm gonna drink all the pineapple beers, and it's gonna be wonderful.
While we're still on the Bourbon Barrel Churminator, I just want to mention we're actually doing our own version of it through a Randall for Beer Week.
Nice.
At Arooga's in Camp Hill on the 25th of April. So we're going to soak some wood chips in some bourbon and run Churminator through it. Always turns out fantastic.
What bourbon are you going to use? Do you know yet?
We usually do Jim Beam.
Nice.
It's probably what'll end up being.
Nice. Did everybody get a salad?
I think I got Steph's plate.
Is it the no chicken plate?
No, it's a salad.
I'm sorry, you've given me the food that my food eats.
There is a no chicken plate coming.
No, actually, it looks really good. Oh, and there's
really
really deer.
Dan, right now. Dan, this is for you. Sorry, it's not wrapped.
For anyone who can't see,
those
Steph
of you
is
who
flipping
can't-
me off.
That one, thank you.
I was just going to say you had to be here. Hand signals were happening.
The staff here is amazing, I have to say. They are so on top of everything and so polite. That's important. Thank you so much. I would go to an amazing place, but not go back purely because of bad service. So I really love the great service here.
Yeah,
They're awesome.
We have a great staff here and a great couple managers too that really do a kick-ass job. So
Some of my favorite bartenders.
You said that
in
like there's a manager that doesn't do a good job.
A couple.
A couple of our managers are good. That's funny. I know that's not what you meant.
couple meaning two. The two managers here. They bust their asses. They really do a great job for us.
Nice. Oh, should we wait for the beer?
Oh, I think it's big enough you could start, and the beer will be coming.
All right, cool.
So this is our apple walnut chopped salad. Our chef Tony makes our blue cheese vinaigrette.
Ooh.
It's served with organic romaine, and then no antibiotic ever chicken.
Steph's has no chicken though.
It does look really.
For the sake of setting the scene.
Yes. It does look really good. I like the apples there. I like the cranberry. I like the walnut. I think that's a good compliment to a salad to kind of spice it up, flavor it up a little bit.
I like when the stuff on the salad outweighs the lettuce.
I'm anxious to see what this tastes like with that beer, because I was like, what can we put this with?
I agree.
Oh, the lactocalricine is freaking amazing. I had it last weekend. Oh my god. Pizza Boy just like one after the other. Great beers.
What's the ABV on the lactocalricin, do you know?
8.2.
Sneaky 8.2. Yeah.
Yep.
I like a sneaky 8.2.
Oh, I just had a sneaky 10.8.
Ha ha ha.
I feel like that was a little bit more honest about where it's coming from, though.
Oh no.
I like this dressing.
I do too. The feta is a nice touch.
Yeah.
Chef Tony would appreciate that. He makes it from scratch.
Chef Tony, that's some nice dressing.
I've never had a
Chef
blue
Tony.
cheese vinaigrette. That's
Me
interesting.
neither.
Yeah.
It's really good.
We've tried to incorporate blue cheese and hot sauce in as much as possible. What we do.
Good choices.
Nothing wrong.
Probably why I like to eat here so much.
So the beer has shown up, and it's got a really nice smell to it. Now, I understand this is a slight nerd reference, lactocalricine, right? Does
Which
it
I
come,
actually understood where that name came from. Are you proud
does
of
it
me?
come from the lacto system in Lacto City?
Well, it has lactobacillus in it. And it is a freaking phenomenal...
It comes from the lactobasilica.
Listen, I'm there with you guys. I'm on the Star Wars references. I'm in.
all right.
Yeah.
The Lando
I am now.
system.
It is a delicious sour double IPA.
It's really good.
I just learned Star Wars. It's going to take a while till I get all the jokes.
She just said, I just learned Star Wars.
No, I
It's a true
did.
statement.
She
I'm not
did.
kidding you. That when the new movie came out, my husband was like, you need to watch all of the movies first.
I think it works, the combination with the blue cheese
I was just going to
vinaigrette
say the
with
same
this.
thing.
Yeah. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, the pairing here works very well because the dressing on the salad gives it like a tanginess kind of.
Yeah, and the funk in the beer
It goes really well.
complements that well.
This
And I
is
think then
a superb pairing.
it is, and then the hoppiness kind of pairs well with the savory blue cheese side of the dressing.
I have to, Tierney, did you just cheers her fork with your beer?
No, but that would have been great. It was real close. Let's take a picture of that. That should definitely be somebody's like food pairing logo.
I think we need a chicken wing and take a picture of us cheersing the beer with the chicken
That's
wing.
coming in the next round.
we're gonna do that.
Since you're a vegetarian, we, when we looked at chicken-free chicken strips, we talked to several people and didn't have really much options beside a salad here. When actually we put out that we were putting the chicken-free chicken strips so people that are vegetarian could still enjoy the Arooga's wing experience. We got a lot of thank yous, to be honest.
Oh my god, yeah.
From people.
To not have to order a freaking veggie burger, hallelujah.
So is it tofu? What is the chicken-free chicken
It's
strip?
like wheat gluten.
Okay.
It's actually it's gluten-free. They're gluten-free.
So then it's not that.
Yeah.
I don't know what it
it's a
is
soy base. It's
Okay.
Kinda,
so it's a tofu-related
Yes.
product.
But
They're pretty
gluten-free.
freaking tasty.
I'm not
currently
vegetarian.
on the
It's the
salad,
first vegetarian item I've ordered numerous times when I've been at our stores.
Huh.
Their products are amazing. They're really good. I mean, I haven't had meat in almost 10 years, so I really can't compare it. But to me, it's reminiscent of what that experience used to be like. I don't know if that even makes sense.
Wing sauces normally don't go good with salads.
No, you know what I would get? Like, if a place would have like tater tots or pierogies, something like that, and I would ask for a side of their wing sauce because I love buffalo sauce, and I I don't miss very many meats, but hot wings are one thing that sometimes I'm like, oh, I miss eating those. But it's not because of the chicken, it was because of the sauce. So to be able to experience that sauce on something else that's not meat. So kudos to you, that's awesome.
Hey, Al, your beer is awesome.
Al, great job.
This beer is amazing. I gave this 5 stars.
Shout out to Terry Hawbaker, too.
Yeah, we kind of went through and just, drank it while eating the salad, but this was, so we mentioned the name of it, Lacto Calrissian, but this is Pizza Boy that made it. And it's such it's a great beer. Like, it's the sour double IPA, but it's not as sour as some other things that I've had from Pizza Boy, which I like.
Those guys do a great job. We partnered them prior, and they did an Arooga's Wing Extinguisher IPA that we produced. It was a West Coast IPA, phenomenal. A year later, last year at Harrisburg Beer Week, we followed it up with a double Wing Extinguisher, and we opened here with a firkin with grapefruit.
That was so good. Extinguisher was so good.
That's my favorite firkin we've ever done.
The grapefruit was...
Sounds pretty good, yeah.
That's a big statement coming from
Yeah, Sarah was here, too.
That was one of the nights I talked to a reporter and talked to
that's right. We were out on the
while
sidewalk
Ophelia was
here.
crying in the background.
Yeah. Was that when I was over at McGrath's? Because I feel like this all happened in one night, but then again, it's all kind of a blur.
This was Saturday.
We're actually doing 2 events with Pizza Boy this year, too, for Beer Week. We're tapping a firkin on April 27th down here. It's a mystery firkin. We're not really sure what the beer is going to be yet, but knowing Al and Terry, they're going to come up with something awesome for us. And then we're doing a small tap takeover and a glass giveaway at our Carlisle Pike location on the 30th.
So what you guys are about to taste here is a no antibiotic ever sausage infused with dogfish head beer.
Oh, my God.
One is chicken and one is brat. What are they infused
Pork.
with?
The pork is infused with
Raison.
Raison d'etre, and the chicken has espresso, habanero flakes, and
Chicory stout.
Yeah.
Oh my God, chicory stout is one of my favorite beers ever.
You guys, my body is not ready for this. Like,
So this did to my taste buds what I'm pretty sure would happen to my eyes if I saw a new color that nobody had ever seen before.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh my God.
And then this we just kind of got last minute the Saison from Zero Day.
Ooh.
And we thought that this would be a nice pairing for that.
And this is the DTF.
Yep.
And I believe Tierney has something to say about that.
oh, I don't know what I'm going to say, but
Clearly into the microphone, please, while no one else is talking.
No, no, I can't say anything. I don't know. I'm really into DTF. That's all I got right now.
Nah.
Just give me some more time to drink.
You can do better than
I
that.
love
still
the
have a lot
DTF
of-
too.
Yeah, I'm still working on this bourbonnator. Give me a little bit. I'll have something good.
I accidentally gave away my silverware again.
This sausage smells amazing. I haven't tasted it yet.
Actually,
but
I
it
can just
smells
use the
amazing.
pics. Let me get.
You're going to see, like, grange in front of your face.
Orange.
Does it make you hallucinate? Are there drugs in this? You can tell me. Is this honey?
Oh my God.
See?
And it's not fake honey, it's real honey. The other cool thing about this product is actually the farm that the meat is raised on, the animals are raised on. They sell the dogfish gives the grain from the beer to them. They eat the grain, and then it comes into
Is that the circle
product
of life?
infused with the beer. So it's kind of a whole trifecta.
Sorry, Steph.
Made with dogfish.
Sorry about that.
Made with dogfish in many ways.
Anyway,
Oh, it is spicy. I like it.
So wait, this is the tree beer, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this. Are we allowed to swear on this thing?
You swear all you want, it's the internet.
I thought so.
It's the fucking
As
tree
Theo said
beer.
the other day, I put a fucking pine tree in there.
The whole thing, not cut or anything, just shoved a whole fucking Douglas LaFleur in this beer.
Pictures of it were hilarious, I think.
Yeah, because it was like half sticking out of it, and it was like, what is he doing? And he's like, no, it's gonna be really good, you guys. And I'm like, okay. Like,
I have a weird love for like piney beer. Like I
Yeah,
love
because the Yards one, that's great too.
The Ben Franklin Spruce Tavern, one of my favorite beers. I'm actually
Which and they do
wearing
crazy
my
shit
the
for that
Revolution
one.
shirt.
When
I
it's
love that beer. It's a crazy thing too. They actually take pine trees in there too,
Yeah.
and they deep spruce them. Needle.
during the
They,
blizzard, I had a growler of the Tavern Spruce.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, the beer, the DTF, it has a piney flavor to it, and I didn't know what it was at first. So I'm glad you said that.
It's a fucking tree. That's what it is.
Fucking tree.
it's not just a tree, it's a fucking
That's
tree.
the whole
It's
fucking
a
tree.
Douglas the fir. It's a Douglas fir tree. The entire tree went into the kettle.
It was not deneedled. It was nothing. There may even be squirrels in here.
I'd really like to be a fly on the wall while Theo went to the tree farm to pick out the tree.
So I was talking about it. He's like, yeah, some people want it to be year round. He's like, but it's a fir tree. I was like, they're evergreen. I'm sure you get a nice partnership with some nice partner.
No, they should have a tree series. That's what they should have. They should have a maple tree one.
That's a really good idea. I like that idea.
Just go with this.
Somebody text him right now. Snapchat him.
I will.
If you put a hemlock in a beer, isn't hemlock poisonous?
I think it
not do that.
can be, but
I want them to have a beach beer and call it this
boils
beach.
out.
It is the state tree of Pennsylvania.
It is yes.
And we're in the capital.
It would be very fitting.
Pennsylvania will
unless it
kill
killed
you.
people.
Well,
just don't die.
That's what it can be called. Just don't die, hemlock beer.
Just don't die.
Drink at your own risk with a big disclaimer at the bottom, death may happen and it's not our fault. Love Zero Day.
Death may happen and it's not our fault.
You assume the risk of death by drinking this beer.
Well, we're speaking of Zero Day. We have a Firkin coming up on March 25th with them. We don't know what it is yet, but 100% of the sales are going to the Habitat for Harrisburg as well. So
awesome.
It's next Friday if anybody's around and wants to drink, and pass 100% of the proceeds to charity.
So I'm hoping there's a tree in it. Just saying.
Or a few in it.
A fucking tree.
So if you're listening to this as it is freshly posted to the internet, get your ass to Arooga's.
That's right.
The beer complements the sausage very well, or should I have said that the other way? I don't know. Sausage complements beer, whatever.
It is actually perfect. This is really good.
This sausage is DTF.
The sausage is.
Oh, I like it.
Colleen for the win.
That's my sister, ladies and gentlemen.
And you're so proud. Look at your smile.
Super proud.
My body needs time to process everything that just happened, so I feel like Wayne should step up and have us play a little game. Does that sound
what
good,
happened
Wayne?
now?
We're playing a game.
You have to work.
Get your damn notes out.
You have to work.
Oh crap!
Yeah, you got to do that. The thing where you make with the funny.
Oh, I got paper. I got a phone.
Paper.
I didn't know it was
There's things
funny.
going on. There's
learn
3
that
beers
today,
in
huh?
front of me. This is going to be epic. Okay. There it is. For a bit. I'll turn it to you when you give your answer. All right. Okay. Cheers, the internet, and welcome to Happy Fun Time Games, the only podcast trivia segment that boasts a 96% approval rating among the unique demographic intersection of semi-retired anarchists and balloon enthusiasts with PhDs. Today we are playing a newish kind of game. A newish. This game is entitled Band or
Beer.
Brewery.
Oh, shit.
Oh, threw you a curveball there. Yeah, I see what I did there?
I feel like
I'm excited.
there's more breweries than there are bands.
You'd be surprised. I think you were wrong.
There's way more bands. There's only 4,000 blah, 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 blah breweries.
Wait, are they like garage bands? Are they like, did they have a record deal?
They are bands that can be found in one form or another on the internet.
Oh, this is good.
So take that for what it's worth.
You said garage, and I wasn't sure if you were going to go with band or brewery.
All of the breweries are legitimate commercial breweries.
Oh, okay, that's going to make it
I will say that. Okay, so basically I'm going to give you a name of a thing, and you must tell me...
Name of a thing.
Is that thing a band, or is it a brewery? And we will begin, what the heck, to my left with Dan.
I never saw that coming.
And our first name of the game is House of Large Sizes. Is that a band or a brewery? House.
Either way, it's fucking stupid.
Large sizes. It could be a big and tall clothing store.
Wait, Mallrats, Ben Affleck, holy fuck. Men's? Sorry.
Ben Affleck is here.
All right.
I'm gonna
accept it.
I'm gonna go with band.
Band. Dan is saying band.
What was it again?
It was House of Large Sizes. And we're moving over to Adam for the next guess. Is that a band or is that a brewery?
It's Tall Warehouse or something like that.
I'm going to go with band.
You're going to go with band, says Adam. And swinging over to Gary, band.
I'm going band.
You're going band. Alrighty. Sarah?
Band.
Colleen's a lot to get through.
Band.
Band. Everybody's saying band so
I'm
far.
all going band. Yeah.
Band. Steph.
Should I say band?
You can say whatever you want.
Can I consult Untapped?
What?
You
no,
cannot.
that's cheating.
You cannot consult Untapped.
Because of peer pressure, I'm going to say band.
Everybody saying band. Everybody is correct. That is, in fact, a band. House of Large Sizes was an alternative rock band from Cedar Falls, Iowa, that released its first recordings in 1987 and officially disbanded in 2003, often abbreviated HOLES. The three-piece band produced such songs as What If There's a Fire and I'm My Own Grandpa, Part 2.
Part two?
Part 2. Part 2.
Is there a part one?
You can
Part 1 was that Tom Arnold song, right?
Yes, and Part 1, unlike Part 2, is not on MySpace.
Oh, Adam
Who invited Adam?
The nuggets
he's
that
on
are
my
in his
team.
head.
All right, moving on to our second name of the game, and Adam is going to go first on this one, and this one is Frog Level.
That's a brewery.
He's saying that is a brewery. Moving over to Gary. Brewery as well. And Sarah?
I'm going to follow the experts and say brewery.
All right. Following those who came before, Colleen.
I'm going to go brewery, too. I can see some very ridiculous label designs.
Okay. Tierney?
I'm in on brewery.
Brewery.
I don't even know what you said, but they all said brewery, so I'm saying brewery.
Alrighty, thanks for paying attention.
Yep.
I'm glad you're here with us. Dan.
I'm so ashamed.
My gut said brewery. I got to go brewery.
Oh my God! Everybody agreeing and everyone is correct. Again.
Someone's going to have to win eventually here.
Okay, we may have our first ever double German sparkle party. Time will tell.
Is it double German or double German sparkle? Double sparkle?
It's double the German.
It's double Dutch.
Triple the sparkle.
Quadruple the party?
I like sparkle.
And
I think we're getting ahead of ourselves.
party every day. Frog Level Brewing is located in Waynesville, North Carolina, not far from Brew City, USA, Asheville. They boast, quote, some of the smoothest craft beer, to touch your tongue. The brewery takes its name from the locale, so named by locals because of its low-lying location along Richland Creek, the Frog Level, when the area flooded. Moving along, and Gary's going to guess first on this one, and this is Turtle Anarchy.
I'm a Maryland Terps fan. We just won today in March Madness. So
It is not a basketball team. Is it a brewery or a band?
I'm going to go with brewery.
You're going to go with brewery. Okay. And moving over to Sarah.
I'm going to go with band.
Oh, you're going to go with
I'm going to
band.
shake things up a little
This is
bit.
the first time two people have given different answers.
It's the first time Adam was in front of me.
Very true.
That's true. It's all chaos now. Colleen, what do you think?
I'm going punk rock band.
You were going punk rock, not just a band.
If you have anarchy in the title, I mean.
A punk rock band. Okay.
What's the name again?
Turtle Anarchy.
Turtle Anarchy. That's so cute.
Maybe I just wish it was a brewery.
I wish it was a brewery too.
I would name it my brewery.
I'm gonna have to go with band on this.
You gonna go with band?
Anarchy's cool though.
All right, going with band. Steph, what do you think?
Like, I feel like it's a band, but I want it to be a brewery so bad. If it's not a brewery, it might be now.
All right, I'll say band.
You're gonna say band? Okay, Dan.
Band.
Dan is saying band, and finally, the resident
find out the
expert,
truth.
Adam.
I'm going to go brewery.
You're going to go brewery. And
Sticking together, Arooga's here.
Damn it.
you are correct.
Damn it.
The Team Arooga is the only ones with the answer correct. It is located in Nashville, Tennessee.
We are going. Road trip.
Turtle Anarchy Brewing Company.
They're probably a punk rock brewery, though.
Actually, based on their website, probably not. However,
Freeing the turtles.
it began as a hobby between brothers. They have beers such as What the Fudge and Set Phasers to Squash.
To squash.
Set Phasers to Squash. All the beer, or many of the beer names, accompanied by a not so inconspicuous TM on their website. Turtle Anarchy defines itself as a slow revolution with the purpose of introducing people to full-flavored, handcrafted beer brewed by passionate brewers, 1 pint at a time.
No, that brewery is why there's the eye roll emoji.
Yes. And I certainly hope they don't literally mean they brew 1 pint at a time, because
That'll take for fucking ever.
that would be ridiculous.
Shame
slow
on you
revolution.
is what I say.
That'd be so hipster. We brewed this pint just for
It's
you.
a single pint. I did a single pint batch.
It's all Mr. Beer.
Yeah, or
Hear that, Dan?
they have Target kits, like kids at Target now that like sit on your counter. That's what it is. They're
There's like a
Target
Keurig
brewing.
thing now too, right?
It's like a beer Keurig, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving on, and Sarah, if I'm keeping track correctly, is going to go first on this one. And this is Planet of Pants. Is that a band or a brewery?
Thank you, man.
Damn it, I was hoping to cheat Adam, but I'm getting no interaction here.
He's got poker face over here.
Okay, Planet of Pants.
Planet of Pants.
That sounds more brewery to me than a band.
You can go brewery?
I'm gonna go band.
Oh.
I'm going terrible cover band.
Terrible cover band.
I'm wondering why they're not playing.
I like how Colleen is so specific
I'm
in her
very
answer.
specific.
It's not just a band, it's this type of band.
It's what I pictured in my head.
All right, fair enough.
I want them to be Planet of No Pants, first of all. And second of all, I'm going with band.
All right, going with band. Steph.
What do you think, Adam?
What is it called again?
Planet of Pants, and don't answer her.
Planet of Pants.
I'm gonna say band.
All right, Steph is saying band. Dan, what do you think?
I feel like if it was a brewery, I would know.
Band.
Dan is saying band. Everybody's saying band so far. Swinging over to
gonna say
Adam, the one at
brewery,
the table that
something we don't know.
everybody's looking at for an answer.
I don't know why.
Because he's
Hashtag Big Sister.
Actually, he and Gary are the only ones who have gotten an all right so far.
I'm gonna go band.
You're going to go band? Yes. And finally,
I'm going
Gary.
band as well.
Band as well.
Yeah, you can't be the lone dissenter.
Everybody, you guys are all such followers. Everybody said band.
Yes.
Again.
I think it actually makes sense for us to say band just to be equal if we don't know.
That's how you get ahead,
You would
though.
keep your lead no matter what.
When in doubt, follow. Well, you're all correct.
Yay!
Planet of Pants was a band. If you visit pop.jimmylegs.com, you'll find a timeless shrine to both the now defunct musical outfit as
And
well
geocities.com.
as mid-90s amateur web design.
Oh my God,
Okay,
you're not
okay.
kidding.
Is it like
Dan
a
is looking at it
GeoCities?
right now.
I feel like
Yeah,
Sarah
it's
and I
like
were just
GeoCities.
joking about terrible cover bands, and I won't name any of them, but they sound very similar to all of those.
GeoCities website.
Yes, exactly.
Well, their long abandoned
I know who
site
you're talking
Copyright
about.
1998.
speaks of things such as server crashes, lost content, a general lack of morale, and alien overlords. All amidst broken links,
1999.
internal server
Oh my God.
errors, and some pretty stellar animated
GIFs.
GIFs.
Are there dancing babies?
No, but there are
GIFs.
spinning
GIFs,
globes.
guys. They're
GIF.
GIFs.
GIF.
Yeah, they are
GIFs.
GIFs. I was gonna say GIF, but everybody makes
Soft J.
fun of me when I say
No,
GIF.
you're right.
I am right,
So
but
they're-
being
I don't
right
believe
isn't
in
always
GIFs.
popular.
I only say
Moms
GIFs.
choose GIF.
Their website has warning. By your entry upon this site, we must make the following assumptions, dear surfer.
Stop it.
That aliens came to this planet long ago to bestow their ancient wisdom and know-how upon our measly race, allowing us to achieve such awe-inspiring accomplishments as the pyramids, this is in bold, pyramids, Velcro, not in bold, and the program-length commercial, and they came bearing pants.
No.
I think that is the title of this episode. They came bearing pants.
I don't know. I was going to go with Death May Happen and It's Not Our Fault.
I like that one too. All good options. All good options. Glad we're spitballing here, people. All right, moving on, and I forget where we are. I think Colleen's going first on this one. Yes, and this one is Pounded Clown.
Brewery.
Saying that's
Yeah,
a
it's
brewery.
definitely a brewery.
Oh, Tierney's saying definitely a brewery. Steph, what do you think?
Pounded Clown?
Pounded Clown.
They probably have terrible anti-feminist beer names on top of that.
Don't even get her started.
Donkey Punch IPA.
Oh my God.
Band.
Steph is saying that's a band. Okay, swinging over to Dan.
I'm gonna go band as well.
Dan also saying band. Adam?
I'm going band.
Band, okay.
I'm going band as well.
Band as well. And finally, Sarah.
Band.
Band. Alrighty, we've got a lot of bands and 2 breweries. And everyone who said band is correct.
Yeah! Woo, Team Aroogas. I'm with them now.
Damn it. Hey.
I'm with them now. One of us. One of us.
One of us.
Pounded Clown was a ska band that is now...
Come on now.
No wonder Gary knew what it was.
Well, they are now little more than a ghostly remnant in the forgotten corners of the internet, much like the previous band and the entire genre of ska music. Their long abandoned home.
No one's
on
forgotten
the internet.
Operation Ivory.
No, I miss ska too. I miss ska too.
You can find them at...
Operation Ivy. It's the only part of it I miss.
All right. No love for Mighty Mighty Boss Toads?
Oh yeah,
Real Big
they're
Fish.
fine.
Real Big Fish,
Cherry
yes.
Poppin' Daddies?
Cherry Pop.
Cherry Poppin' Daddies.
NoKill.com/PoundedClown. A website which begins with the note, this page was done in March 1996 by Jeff, a.k.a. Lance Boyle, without the permission of the band. Jeff assumed they wouldn't mind. It also says the band at one time boasted up to 6 or 7 horn players, which, unless you're Chicago, is far too many. Moving along to our final name of the game. And what the hell, we'll let Tierney go first on this one. And this one is Mr. Grumpy Pants.
Mr. Grumpy.
Is that a band or a brewery?
Oh, I don't know. Mr. Grumpy Pants. I'm gonna go band.
Tierney is saying band. Steph, what do you think?
She got the last one wrong, right?
I've got like everything wrong.
She did indeed. And she got the 1-2 before that wrong as well.
Okay, so I'm also going to say band just so I'm not in last place.
Okay, interesting strategy. Dan, what do you think?
What was it?
Mr. Grumpy Pants.
I would drink their beer.
So is it a brewery?
Brewery.
Okay. And Adam?
That's a brewery.
Brewery? It's brewery. It's brewery.
Brewery for sure.
Brewery for sure. Sarah?
Totally a brewery.
Totally a brewery. I knew that all along, Colleen.
I think I'm going brewery too.
Yeah, go brewery.
Whatever.
Wow.
I can't picture what genre of music they would play.
I thought they would be one of those
Country
cover
music.
bands we were talking about.
Funny how everyone after Adam was so certain. Like they knew it the whole time.
She made Adam go first every time.
I told Adam. That's how.
Look, Adam got everyone right.
It is a brewery. It was
Terrible
a brewery
name, by the way.
Well, it
And
was
by
also-
default, Gary also got everyone right.
It was also known as Orale Brewing Company.
Wait, it was a brewery, really?
Yeah,
And I'll just say, though, I was asked first for one of the questions, and I got right.
Yes, you
this
did.
is true. This is true.
This is true.
It was run by proprietor and resident Grumpy Pants himself, James Paul Hutchinson, who at one time said, "I have never been a guy to hang out in bars, and I don't particularly like it doing it now." And yada yada yada. I have other things written down, but this game is going on long enough. So let's see who won.
Not me.
Team Arooga.
Wait, doesn't Steph have to go first on one?
We're out of things.
We're out of
Are we out of things?
I lost.
And there's more food and beer in front of us.
Okay. All right. This took a little calculus, but I think I've got an idea here of who won. 2 big winners at the table, Team Aroogas, with a perfect 6 out of 6 score.
Wow.
Adam and Gary.
Wow.
Coming in
Congratulations.
at a very close second are both Dan.
Oh.
I know, right? And Sarah.
Hey.
Coming in with 4 points apiece. Colleen and Steph.
Yay, not last.
And sitting all alone at the bottom.
But definitely dancing.
Definitely dancing is Tierney with only 3.
That's okay,
Points.
guys.
It's okay.
I have wings in front of me. I'm not even mad.
For you.
That's why you don't mess with Aroogas.
It's true.
And I'm just so you know, next time I'm in some sort of trivia situation, you're gonna be my phone a friend. I'm gonna need your number.
I got you.
Earlier, I did not do any news, and Steph had mentioned that this was an episode of firsts. So we're totally not doing what we normally do right now, but we're doing this.
Beer me! Beer me! Beer me! Beer me!
Round 2, fight.
So there's a lot of deliciousness on the table. Are these the award-winning wings?
These are not future award-winning wings. This is
Future.
actually new wing sauce on our latest menu.
Ooh, what's the sauce?
It's a mango jerk. It's a mix of mango puree, pineapple puree, and then some jerk seasonings that Tony put together.
So I was going to say, what did that mango do to you that you're calling him a jerk? Ha 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 ha.
Sad jokes.
And the beer that we have along with these wings is...
we get the local 0 Day Adam Porter. Is it named after you, Adam?
It's actually named after the manager of Midtown Cinema.
Yes, Adam
His
Porter.
name is actually Adam Porter. So when they made it Porter,
wow.
I named it Adam.
That makes sense.
Good. That's good.
I like the beer. I started with the beer this time instead of the food.
Well, tonight this porter is named after this Adam.
I'm okay with that.
I'm honored.
I think this beer is incredibly drinkable. Like, you could just slam these and it'd be no big deal. And that's saying something for a dark beer. A lot of them are a lot heavier. I think it's good. With the chicken wings,
Yeah, it goes really well with this sauce.
It's very
It's
chocolatey.
sweet, but it has like well, I'm talking about the sauce. You're talking about the beer.
Sorry.
The sauce is very sweet, but it has this nice kick, this refreshing warmth. It's good. It's not too hot for you, is it?
It's not too hot.
I have a pleasant warmth in my mouth.
I thought you actually said that. That's good.
Yeah. Wow.
It's tingling me a little bit.
I wish there was a way to replay Chelsea's face when we drank the Ghostface Killa.
I believe it was red.
It's a new shade of red. Even I made it through that.
I think the 0 Day Porter does go phenomenal with the wings. So I think it's a couple minutes prior, Adam and the girls got together to figure out some pairing, and I think it's been pretty successful so far.
Yes, for sure.
Okay, it's getting hotter.
We should do this more often, Adam. We should all just come down and pick out beers. And
Yeah,
eat
we
food.
never sit around and drink beer and eat food.
I mean,
Maybe not this thoughtfully.
I'm sure you
all
don't
this-
often
not
do it with
with all this
microphones in front of you.
Yeah, there's just more of a reason behind it, I guess.
Our final course of tonight's enjoyment is our mini version of our cookie pizza. So we cook a raw cookie pizza through the oven and then top it with vanilla ice cream, hot fudge, and deliciousness. And we're serving it with a Coney Island root beer, but it's actually on draft, not in
That's
bottle
cool.
here.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, yeah.
I don't think I've had the Coney Island one yet. I've had Not Your Father's, but I haven't had Coney Island.
I think this is less medicinal tasting.
Yeah.
It's not as thick and syrupy as Not Your Father's. It's a little easier to put down, which I like it a lot more.
I've actually not had the Not Your Father's root beer, but I can imagine how it would have that syrupy, medicinal taste to it, and this certainly doesn't.
No, this tastes like it's like Barks or something.
Yeah, it tastes like really good root beer.
It'd be hard to distinguish you're drinking.
Yeah.
It's a little less body into it, which
But what
just
I've heard
helps go down.
Yeah,
is that the Not
absolutely.
Your Father's is actually brewed as a gruit. It's brewed like a beer, and this is a malt beverage.
Aha.
I believe.
I don't know.
That's what I know to be true.
Either way, I like it.
Oh,
I have seen some contention on the internet as to whether or not
Well,
Not Your Father's
if you
is
enjoy it,
is
just
it a
drink
beer? Is it a like a Mike's Hard Lemonade kind of thing?
well,
or-
the difference is malt beverage or not, I think.
yeah,
But even still, it's alcoholic soda,
yeah,
right?
right. Well, then there's the question: if you don't put hops in something, is it still a beer? But if you use, some other additive, is that still
Like
a
an
beer?
herb?
Is it not a beer? Like an herb? Like
It
what's
definitely
the?
It
Yeah,
could be a historic beer.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, it depends what country you're in. If you're in Germany,
You're in trouble.
Oh my god! 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 Oh my god!
Oh boy.
You guys, there's whipped cream.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my
You
god! Oh my
guys
god! Oh my
are so
god!
great.
Is it a beer if you put a fucking pine tree in it?
Yes. Yes.
Apparently, it looks cute. I think it looks delicious.
Oh man.
oh my god.
Oh, you were not kidding.
It's a little warm.
Oh my god.
Holy crap! I want to live in this.
There it
Who
is.
owns Coney Island? Isn't it? It's a brewery.
It's Boston Beer Company.
Boston.
Oh, dude, I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Oh, really?
Yeah.
They actually, Coney Island was an old brewery that was distraught and going out of business, and Sam Adams bought them, and Boston Beer bought them, and then reinvigorated, brought their mainframe beers along, and then brought this out. we enjoy this on draft. We think it tastes a little different than in bottle when it's on draft. I think cookies or hot dogs go great with this.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Speaking of Joey Chestnut.
I have hot dogs at home. I could try.
Yeah. Is the root beer a big seller here?
Yeah, root beer has been
Popular.
taken off. The new trend is going. Went from ciders. Now we saw transition to hard soda. It's the next kind of category that's going.
We've also been doing, we call them Coney Island bombs. It's a shot of Jameson and Bailey's. You drop it into the root beer.
Ooh.
It tastes just like a root beer float.
Oh, my God.
It's fantastic.
Wow.
They're dangerous.
I feel like
I imagine.
that with rum chata. I do like rum.
I said just ice cream in the.
Even with the Jameson in it, when you do it, it does taste like a melted ice cream in the root beer. It's pretty easy to enjoy.
Remember when I was like, guys, I'm not going to eat dessert. I got to go.
We're like, yeah, we really have to go soon. I can't eat this all on my own. I mean, I could. But
I could eat like 2 of them. I'd be fine.
I was trying to tweet.
Here.
Yeah, this fucking.
So actually, the real size one is 3 times as big as this.
Oh my god.
And when you order one yourself, you get a picture of Coney Island, right?
That's right.
Right?
That is so fucking good. Like,
I love that you said that. It's so fucking good.
It's really.
I can't even.
Oh,
Literally.
I'm another white girl that can't even.
Literally.
We're hoping that we took your taste buds through a different view than you ever have at a sports bar.
Oh,
absolutely.
yeah,
Oh my God.
to say the least.
So to recap, Harrisburg Beer Week, April 22nd to the 30th. Make sure you check out the VIP party the 2nd, the 23rd PA Flavor, the 30th Little Big Beer Fest. Like if you can only get to a few events, get to the really big ones. If you want to get to a little more intimate events, come to Arooga's. Look for the 2nd Street session. Enjoy a firkin of it and all the other goodness that will be flowing through the Randalls and the firkins.
Get wings, get bacon, get the cookie.
Yeah, if
thing.
you're hungry, see, this would be a good after party. Little
and
Big
order
Beer
like
Fest
It would be a
here.
good pre, during, and after party.
Come with a
come
big
here
group
first.
of people, order
Then
one of
go-
everything on the menu, and just share it because it is all so good.
Yeah.
But order your own bacon.
They've not seen the actual menu to know.
But we're
Order your
looking
own
forward
bacon.
to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Order your own bacon.
bacon.
Yeah, and I have I made sure I wanted to go through it earlier, but I wrote down a list of some of the breweries that are going to be at Little Big Beer Fest that I know obviously we're part of too. I don't know Battlefield Brewworks, but yeah, Brewery at Hershey with collaboration with Snitz Creek. Crystal Ball is going to be there. Molly Pitcher, Stickman Brews, Trogs, Free Will, Moo Duck, South County. 0 Day is going to be there. A whole bunch more. So, and throughout the whole week, you're going to have a bunch of cool events, cool food, good beer, great people. So make sure you get out to as many events as you possibly can.
And when you guys go to Grain and Verse in the beginning of April, you'll be talking a lot more about Little Big Beer Fest then,
Yes,
too. Chelsea
cool.
will have all kinds of... Maybe she'll give away some of those details about what beers people are actually bringing.
Oh, inside scoop. Will she tell us what the 717 is?
No.
God damn it.
Never.
We'll get it out of her.
No, not Chelsea. Chelsea's
True.
Wow.
We'll torture her with Ghostface Killer.
Tell us, or we'll make you drink
change
the
my
spicy
show
beer.
plans.
Waterboarder with it.
Oh God,
Oh man.
That's rude.
it's come to that point.
All right, somebody
rude.
said waterboard. That means the episode's over.
Is that the rule? I didn't know that was the rule.
It is now.
All right. Well, of course, there's HarrisburgBeerWeek.com, and then is it just Aroogas.com? Yep. So it's for anybody who doesn't know, and I'm sure, like, if you look at the description of the episode, it has it on there, but if you don't feel like looking at that, AROOGAS.com.
And don't forget SarahBozich.com.
Of course.
StoutsandStilettos.com. BeerBustersPodcast.com. And you know what else,
Harrisburg
Dan?
Beer Week.
We said that already.
We did say that already.
Pay attention. Get off your phone.
But you know what else? There's two other ones I have.
There's two other things.
I'm
you can go to
thinking-
Oh, that was cute.
What?
You go to patreon.com/beerbusters and become a patron and get access to exclusive behind-the-scenes content in exchange for supporting your favorite, most awesome podcast,
Embarrassing photos from tonight.
including embarrassing photos from this very evening.
I'm afraid to look. But you can also go to audibletrial.com/beerbusters and sign up for your free 30-day trial of an Audible account, and you get to download and keep a free audiobook, because reading words for yourself is for the birds. Reading words is for the birds.
I think it's the bee's knees, Dan.
All right. Well, I had a lot of fun tonight. I can't possibly thank all of you guys enough. But sadly, this brings us to the end of another episode of Beer Busters. Ladies, thank you for putting Harrisburg Beer Week together.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, thank you for having us out here, getting us drunk and feeding us.
Yeah, thanks for coming out.
Always.
And thanks for being part of Harrisburg Beer Week. It's a great cause it's gone to support, and you guys are doing something fantastic, and I'm excited for the growth that's ahead of you guys. So even if I do get to travel to, Rhode Island, for instance, I get to go to an Arooga's, which is awesome. Well, I am Dan Baker, joined, as always, by my co-host and brewologist,
Steph Hefner.
and our from entertainer,
Wayne Baker.
No squids were harmed in the making of this episode. We'll see you next time.
They won't ship my bra to
All
the
the
United States.
notifications.
They